Moran here with Senior Housing Forum, and today I am at the NIC conference in San Diego, where it should be nice and sunny and warm, but it's rainy and gloomy and cold, and but it's still a great conference. And today I am talking to Ed Scott with Matrix Care, and your title, I always get the title, I should have done this first, but tell me what your exact title is.
So my title is Executive Vice President, Chief Revenue Officer, and I'm responsible for all revenue within the business, to include our sales, new sales, existing customer sales, and the ongoing relationship management with our customer base across the Matrix Care platform.
Okay, and you did a big announcement here at NIC about a new relationship or an expanded relationship with NIC. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So we've been working with NIC over the last couple of years to produce an automated report which would download key information that NIC utilizes for their NIC databases, or NIC databases. So our technical teams have been engaged over the last probably 12 to 18 months, and the whole purpose around that was to provide a seamless, easy to use solution for our operators where they can participate on an active basis with the NIC platform. They could do it manually, but it was very labor intensive. It would take hours and hours and hours a month to provide the data that NIC would need to consume. So we built the automation to support simply a click of a button that could bring all that data down and be able to send that to the NIC database without really any intervention at all. Our solutions capture all that data to begin with, so it's just a matter of how do we get it from our system up to the NIC database so that they can do the reporting.
So this is skilled nursing data, assisted living data, something else. Can you talk a little bit more about the kinds of data you're sending them?
Sure. So the initial component that we talked about yesterday, that we announced yesterday, is really specific to senior housing. So utilizing our senior housing platform, looking at things like occupancy, actual rents, rent rolls, and all the statistics around the key financial metrics that NIC tracks. Those were the first sets of data that we were able to share with NIC. We do have plans underway to take it even further and be able to do a similar type of reporting capability through our SNF platform. So as you may know, Steve, we have multiple platforms that are purpose-built for each of the care settings that we service, whether it's skilled nursing, senior housing, independent living, home health, or hospice. So that's really one of our unique differentiators, is that we provide this purpose-built solution. So we'll take that same idea and build that automation into our skilled nursing platform so that we can send that information seamlessly to NIC as well.
Terrific. So there's oftentimes, and for good reason, some reluctance to share their data outside the internal organization. And really, I could see how an operator would be reluctant if they were performing above the market, or maybe even more so if they were below the market. Can you talk just a little bit about why this is a good idea for operators to do?
Sure. So I guess, let me take a step backwards just to kind of put this in perspective. One of the key things that Matrix Care is focused on is interoperability. So we believe that we have to provide the tools to provide the interoperability and data sharing that's required. Once we do that, then it becomes the operator's decision about whether they want to participate or not. We don't force them, we just give them the tools should they want to participate. Now, we believe that many of our operators like this idea very much because they get something back in return. Yes, they're sharing information, but then they get data back from NIC that allows them to do comparisons within their own region or compare themselves across the country to different markets. I think it's also helpful for many of our providers who are expanding their business. They may have a footprint in the Midwest, but if they want to go and move to the West, what does it look like there? So that type of information that they're able to achieve from NIC, as a result of sharing their data, they get something back in return. So we have many that do it, and we have some folks that still haven't yet done it, but our goal was to just give them the capability to do it should they choose to.
Gotcha. And so the data all goes in and it's anonymized, so they don't have to worry about it being shared outside. And I would just add, sort of, for the readers or the people watching the video, is I've had a lot of discussions with the folks at NIC about this, and they are, if I can be honest about it, they're almost annoyingly obsessive about the privacy. I've said, well, which operators are doing this? Can't tell you that. So, as a writer and trying to sort of get as much information, tell stories, that's a little bit frustrating. But I have just huge respect for their aggressive protection of individual entities' data. So.
And we're just as diligent. Anytime we share information, it's always anonymized. We always strip out all the pertinent information that would not be shared with anyone.
Right.
It's just the key financial metrics that get shared.
And so I know this is sort of nitpicky details, but it's probably at least still worth asking. So all I need to do is call you or flip some sort of electronic system switch on the system to make that happen?
Exactly. I mean, it's already inherent in the system. They may need to be shown where to go to do it, but it's a simple phone call to us. We'll walk them through it, and then it's a very, very simple process from there. There's no additional work they need to do. It's already there. They just need to know how to execute the command.
Okay, cool. Well, listen, I appreciate that. That's good. I'm excited about that. I think the data is so important in terms of how we grow the industry, and it's an amazing industry, but we've got so much more, and that data is a big part of it. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're very excited about it. We're very pleased with our partnership with NIC. We will continue to expand that and provide additional capabilities to our operators. And it really is all about making them better, making our industry better, and ultimately improving the lives of the seniors that we serve.
Yeah, cool. Well, Ed, thanks so much.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.